Internet, welcome back to Thinking and Drinking, the drinking game podcast. It's your old pal Kunzi, bringing the energy and bringing that sweet, sweet video game knowledge. This week on Thinking and Drinking, we get a little bit more personal because it's just me and Cody, because Jesse and Jose are off doing adult stuff, and they're too good to get drunk on a Monday night. Also this week, we got something new and special for you. This is going to be the first Thinking and Drinking podcast with, wait for it, video. That's right, you get to look me and Cody in our beautiful faces as we talk about video games and get drunk. I know, you all have been waiting forever for a new episode of Thinking and Drinking, so let's not waste any time and get to the drinking cues. The first one is, as always, drink every time we segue between topics. And now that we have video, drink every time we drink. Drink every time Cody says Dark Souls. Drink anytime either of us mention bow ties. And drink every time we talk about how pointless it is to own a next generation console. And our chug of the week, chug through my drunken rendition of the founding of Respawn Entertainment. And there you go, Game Jammers. Your new episode of Thinking and Drinking starts now. Prepare thy livers. Let the drunkening begin. I like the idea of Duncan coming on here and having no idea what we're talking about.
I know. It'd be a lot of fun, actually. Just like
all them there video games.
I just start like making shit up that's not real. Like there's about to be a Charles Heston first-person shooter, and I just be like, what? And just like make stupid fucking video games that make no sense at all.
Yeah, and it's like, it's entirely about killing mailmen. Nothing but killing mailmen.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And beating his wife.
Wife beating simulator. That's some high-quality comedy right there.
You know, I'm the comedic engine that really keeps this thing moving. I don't want to brag, but
yeah, you do bring a lot of levity into my life. You know.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, you keep the gun out of my mouth. I appreciate that.
One day without the gun in your mouth it's a good day.
It's a victory every single day.
It is a victory.
Yeah. So how's that Dark Soul going?
It's amazing. It's taking over my life 1 hour at a time.
1 hour? How much you played today?
A couple hours. Not that long.
A couple hours?
Yeah, whatever.
You do any studying at all?
What? No, of course not. I'll study while I'm at work tomorrow, and I'll study...
That's it.
20 minutes. 20 minutes on Wednesday.
20 minutes a day before the test.
When's the test?
Yeah. Hey, Nicole, we're shooting a podcast. It's cool, though. Fucking amateurs. Fucking amateurs!
Yeah, because this is a professional outfit over here. Though we're actually not wearing bow ties. Now that we have video, people are going to be can tell that we're not actually wearing bow ties.
I could change that. Next podcast, I'll wear a bow tie. How's that?
Next podcast, everyone is required. You have to teach me how to tie a bow tie and where to buy bow ties.
Yeah, you can borrow one of mine. I bring one to work.
Where do you buy bow ties? Like, I don't go to Walmart and see bow ties.
Yeah, God Lord, you don't buy clothes. I'm not saying it's not cool to buy from Walmart, but
I'm saying it's not cool to buy from Walmart.
I only have like 3 bow ties, I think.
Do you need more than 3 bow ties during your lifespan?
I think everyone should own at least 2 bow ties and 3 ties.
3
regular ties. Yeah.
Like 3 regular ties. Can one of them have some sort of cartoon character on it and count?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got a fun tie, and then you got a professional tie, and then you have a casual tie.
Fun tie, okay. So you're saying I can't have 3 South Park ties, which is what I currently have.
If you have 1 South Park tie, you need to give that shit to me right now.
I do. I do actually have a South Park tie.
Really? Who? Like, what is it? I gotta know.
Well, it's a tie. And it has South Park on it. I mean, it just has the 4 characters just kind of in a column on it. I mean, it's not particularly cute or anything.
All right, I wasn't thinking that the South Park tie was going to be cute, but thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate it.
Well, they're not like fucking juggling chainsaws or anything. They're just, chilling out.
Fucking metal! Oh my god, yeah! I hurt my neck doing that, so...
Speaking of South Park and this being a video game podcast, I actually did beat that game.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was good. It was essentially like watching a South Park episode and then picking up the remote and hitting the buttons a couple times every minute or so. Like it just wasn't that engaging from a gameplay standpoint. It was
Really?
just a lot of like, hey, repeat this action several times, which I know is
That's
like,
old school RPG. I mean, right there.
Well, I know it is, but like it's the game makes a point to make fun of video games, which is kind of which is cute. Like the main character doesn't talk; he's like the silent protagonist, but
Right.
like people are aware of the fact that he doesn't talk and like how odd that is. So stuff like that is kind of cool to point out, but I don't want to give the game too much credit and say it's making fun of shitty battle systems by putting a shitty battle system in the game. Like I don't feel like it's actually being that meta, and if it is,
Meta.
that is fucking dumb.
Well, I mean,
And they deserve criticism for
It's a
it.
freaking South Park game. Can you name a good? Although I'm sure it's hilarious, which I love South Park. So
It's the best funny it's ever been. Really.
yeah, I mean, but what can you name a movie game or a TV show game that's ever been good?
Yeah, I think there was a Punisher video game that like
That's a comic book.
yeah, but it came out
game,
the same
though.
time as the Thomas Jane Punisher
Oh,
movie.
okay, yeah.
But like it came out with a DVD release, which I thought was weird, and it didn't
is
follow
weird.
the movie, but it was like it launched at the same time as the DVD, and that was good.
Was it-
but then again, it didn't. Actually play
It
out
was
the movie.
actually a good game though.
Yeah, it was actually a good game. Like you could do like a lot of really cool stuff. Like if you could like interrogate bad guys by using stuff in the environment.
That's sweet.
Like you can push. I remember pushing a guy through a window and breaking the window, and then taking the broken half of the window and like holding it over his face like a guillotine.
Jesus,
Yeah, it
that's
was
fucking metal.
It was an intense game. You got do a bunch of cool nerd stuff like fight alongside Black Widow and Nick Fury, and
That's cool.
Iron Man made an appearance in it, and
I actually never really recalled that Punisher was. I mean, I know they're in the same universe. I never knew they had anything to do with each other, though. That's kind of cool.
yeah, I think the plot of that game was someone stole an Iron Man suit. Yeah, it was a cool game.
Who you gonna
It's like-
call fucking Punisher? That makes sense.
Yeah, due to the gun to stop Iron Man.
Yeah,
In his
like,
bulletproof suit. Yeah.
he's just a badass. I love Punisher. He just doesn't really have any power. He's just a disgruntled old Marine that's just like, those fucking people.
His power is he's angrier than everyone.
I know. His power is the same power that I possess, which is just being unbelievably angry all the time for no rational reason whatsoever.
Being an asshole. Yeah. He's like Ben Stiller from Mystery Men, except with a gun.
Yeah,
But yeah,
good
that'd be
stuff.
good. Ben Stiller as Punisher. That's the next Punisher movie.
Did you? What did you play the Stick of Truth on?
I played it on PC.
Played on PC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it come out for PlayStation?
Yeah, it came out for all the obligatory platforms.
Okay. This is segue. Did it come out for PlayStation 3 or did it come out for PlayStation 4?
I don't know if it came out for PlayStation 4, but I know it came out for PlayStation 3.
It probably didn't come out for. It probably did
didn't.
not. No, and
Yeah.
that. Okay, I bought an Xbox. I bought an Xbox One back
Mm-hmm.
in, I want to say, December.
Mm-hmm.
Late December. Actually, it was late December. It's when we got here, or early January. And the reason why I bought it
Yeah.
was because Dark Souls 2 is coming out.
Yep.
And I'm obviously we've talked about it in the past podcasts, and we've also we just mentioned it earlier. I wanted to play that so bad, you know.
Yeah.
Well, idiot dumb version me, which is normal version me actually,
Which is you.
which is just me, didn't pay attention to what
the
system
fact-
it was coming out. It
the
came
fact that-
out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 4, and I'm not mad at the game developers because I understand why they did it. This game has been developed for a very long time,
Yeah.
and there's really no point in bringing it out in the new system. I'm
'Cause no one
I'm
has
okay
it.
with it.
Well,
Yeah, not
people
everyone
have
has it. But I'm so pissed off at myself because now I'm sitting here. You know what my Xbox One is right now?
A large paperweight.
It's a large Netflix player. It's the most expensive Netflix player probably in the world.
But it's a Netflix player that you can control with your voice. So it's like from the future.
Shut the fuck up. You're not making it better. It makes me so mad, though. I came home and I was like, Nicole, I'm going to download Dark Souls. And I look on the marketplace, and Titanfall came out at the same time, which
Yeah.
I haven't gotten Titanfall. I'm probably going to get on the PC. So there are
Yeah,
games
that's
out
fine.
there, but... but I was like, looking in the market, I'm like, how the fuck is this not out? This is a big game. A lot of people are wanting to play this. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I happened to check on my Xbox 360 and I saw it on the market, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know, I got on Reddit, and I'm just an idiot. I didn't pay attention.
Then you do your research.
Yeah.
So if they announce like 6 months later it's coming out for Xbox One with an extra texture and it has an extra level where you fight a giant rat, are you going to rebuy it for
no
Xbox One? No?
It won't. Unless something's changed, that has actually been brought up if they were going to come out with a Xbox One version, but it doesn't look like they're going to. They have no reason to, because everyone still has Xbox 360. Everyone still has PlayStation 3. I believe it comes out on PC later this month. By the time this podcast comes out, it probably will be out.
3 years after we record it will come out.
But, yeah, no. I mean, if I were to rebuy it, I'd buy it for PC. But I think one of the biggest reasons I didn't buy it for PC is because it doesn't come out till like the 20th, something like that. And I wanted the achievements for it, so. Yeah,
well, which is I could not imagine a more awkward controlling game than trying to control that game with WASD.
It's not that bad. I haven't played Dark Souls on PC, but I have played other games. I mean, you're playing Witcher right now, right?
Yeah, but I can play Witcher with one hand. Like it's
Really?
like all mouse controlled and stuff, so I don't have to like dodge and then dive and then backflip and block and slash this guy, all while avoiding the giant guy with the toothpick and like.
Okay, yeah, that's a valid point, because the combat system in Dark Souls is just bananas. It's
painful
insane.
and it hates you and doesn't want to
It's
cooperate.
It's
or
not.
let
And
you have fun.
It is not. That is not true. And
No.
I mean, you and I were talking about this vaguely, and the reason why I like Dark Souls so much is because there are games I like. I love Mass Effect. I love that trilogy, and I'd say the same thing for Mass Effect. Mass Effect and Dark Souls, probably, and Borderlands. I'm going to keep throwing them on here, but those three games are probably my favorite new games, and all the other games I play because of the nostalgia reason. It reminded me when I was young, and I love that game, and I feel like those games are. I don't want to say super original, because somebody on the internet's probably like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot." And this is not. I just feel like they're original games. I mean, there are other original games, BioShock and all that, but these three specifically, I enjoyed a lot. And I don't know. I think a lot of games nowadays try to ride on not only games, movies do it. You're more in the comic book area than I am, but I'm sure they do the same thing of riding that nostalgia train. There's a lack of like actual original content in almost all medias.
Well, that's that's more of the business side of things. When companies and video game companies and movie companies are deciding what to invest in, they're like, what do we already have a built-in install base for that's going to guarantee us this return?
I understand that.
Yeah,
I really do.
Which makes sense.
Because it's pretty much guaranteed money. When you take that risk and you make something new, you never know what's going to go. But that's how good shit's made. I mean, I think Titanfall's original game, it's taken a lot of other things from other games, but it's adding its own little, twist on it, which it looks sweet to me.
Yeah,
it really does.
It does. I'm excited for. Is it out for PC yet? I don't even fucking know. I've been so busy with grown-up stuff. Part of the reason Titanfall's such a big deal is because it has established names behind it. Like it's.
Yeah, were you tell me the story about that? I actually.
Well, basically, long story short, because anyone watching this can look it up on the fucking internet. But the guys who made the original Call of Duty up to the second Modern Warfare are the guys behind Titanfall, and basically they got into a fight with Activision about the direction of how that series was going and what their role was going to be, and no one knows the exact details. I imagine it went something like Activision's like, make a bunch of fucking Call of Duty games every single year because they make shitloads of money and we need to refill our money pools. But they're like, they want to swim around like Scrooge McDuck. But
I would.
Which is fine. Companies make money. That's what they're supposed to do.
That's what they're supposed to do.
I'll never blame a company for making money except for Activision. But the guys
I think EA is
West,
worse.
and then one of the guys' name was West, and the other guy's name started with a fucking Z. I don't remember what his name was, but it was Impala or something like that. They're like, hey, we want to actually do things that are fun and challenging and different, and they're like, no, make more money, and so they got into shirtless fist fight, and then they got fired, along with like 46 other people who said, "Oh, look, the talented people are leaving. We better leave too."
Right.
And then they went and formed Respawn, which is the guys who made Titanfall. Because, and you can kind of see that it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, Titanfall is like,
It's like Call of Duty on crack.
well, it's like people who were bored with Call of Duty and like we want to do something kind of cool. Like,
Right.
I'm in Call of Duty and I can walk straight and shoot straight and all that kind of stuff. Or
Where do you go from there?
You fucking get giant robots and parkour and have
Duh.
jetpack belts and shit. Like,
That's
it's
clearly the only way to go, man.
it literally, like, if you look at Titanfall, it doesn't look artistically, honestly, that much different than Call of
No,
Duty. It's a lot
not at
more
all.
militaristic and gray and brown sort of
I mean,
thing.
the-
But it looks like they took the creativity up to 10.
Right,
you know?
and that's awesome. And I mean, I know you and I kind of differ on this.
Yeah.
I'm storyline. I care about if it's really good. Rarely I care. I usually just say, a or whatever, just to get there. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just let me
Skip
play
all
a
that
fucking
writing
game.
shit. Let's get more to the shooting explosions.
Exactly. No, I am. I'm all about. Excuse me. I'm also graphics are secondary. I like
Exactly,
good graphics. I mean, it can't be shitty, but at the end of the day, if it's a fun game, I'm gonna love the shit out of it. I really am. Which is funny because I do graphic design and all that.
Yeah.
You'd think aesthetics would mean so much to me, but really, when it comes to gaming, I'm in it for fun. And the reason why I bring up graphic design is I totally get what they're talking about. Because when I was going to art school, a lot of the artists are amazing. I mean, I'm not, by no means am I amazing artist. I've seen artists that just make me want to quit. They make me want to drop and just like, see ya. But
which is true about any creative endeavor too.
Exactly.
Like, there's people who like make you like hate what you're doing.
Exactly. There's always going to be people like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what people don't understand, that doesn't make you money. Just because you're great artist doesn't mean you're going to be a good graphic designer. Because guess what? You got to do all the shit. You got to do all the logos. You got to do all that to do that creative thing, which is what Activision, I think, was trying to do. Because Blizzard Activision, rather, they do a bunch of creative shit. They really do.
They do. More from the. I feel like that's more from the Blizzard side. Than the
It
Activision
is
side.
absolutely. I'm not gonna disagree with you there, but I just because like a photographer can't just go out and do artsy pictures of flowers. They got to do the bullshit weddings.
Yeah.
I mean they do. That's how they make their money. Stuff like that.
0.01% of photography people can actually make money doing what artists view as photography.
Yeah, it's true. You got to do the boring with the good. You got to kind of take. So I mean, with Titanfall, they took a risk, and I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna argue that it wasn't a success. I mean,
well,
it's
so
huge.
far, when it crashed Xbox One.
I don't know if Xbox One crashed, but I don't think it was because of that. I think it was
just so happened to be when it launched.
Oh yeah, because PlayStation is so well known for their freaking stability on their online servers.
Fair point. I don't know how we got started to PlayStation. I wasn't saying
race war.
War.
It is what it is. They got it fixed, and I mean I can speak because I'm on Xbox One quite a bit playing Plants vs Zombies, which is an amazing game.
Which the DLC came out for tomorrow.
Did it?
Coming out? Yeah, you get like
The DLC came out for it tomorrow.
Oh, I'm from the future. If you didn't
Okay,
know
I was
that.
like,
Yes.
what the fuck does that mean?
And in the future, we don't use the proper tenses in the same
okay.
sentence. We change it halfway through. It's a big deal. Don't worry
Makes
about
sense.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think you get like an extra game mode and extra abilities for a couple classes and new map
Really?
and shit like that. It's free. Yeah.
I'm literally, when we're done with this, I'm gonna go download that.
I think it is tomorrow though. I think that is.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. Well,
So tomorrow. So wake up at like 12:01 and download it. Is what you need to do.
of course, because I don't work.
No, fuck. That's for fucking losers. All you do is cash checks and drink beer. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Good lord. Speaking of it, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking some fucking Angry Orchard. I got the hard cider, traditional dry.
Hard cider. What is it? Does it have an apple woody flavor? What's the?
Yeah, it's just like alcoholic apple cider.
That sounds really good. I'm
is.
drinking Rumplemans from a bottle,
Which is your official drink of Thinking and Drinking, actually.
It's my official drink all the time. I'm not an alcoholic. But.
It is. We love our viewers so much that we're drinking on a weeknight for them. Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Yeah.
I heard that one.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm really stoked about that you told me that. Actually, I'm really wondering what the hell the new DLC is. I'm gonna have to get online and figure that out. That game is so fun, man. Like I downloaded it because Nicole wanted it, and it looked pretty fun. And then I started playing, and it's like, dude, it's a lot of fun. It runs on the same engine that Battlefield does.
Frostbite.
Frostbite, yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, they don't take full advantage of the exploding environments and all that, although there are some. But hey, dude, it's hella fun.
That would be actually incredibly awesome to like fire a seed through a building and watch it like explode and crumble.
Well, well, you can technically like blow up pumpkins and shit in certain levels, and it's kind of cool. But
I remember playing that map with you and fucking blowing up a pumpkin. Like, oh yeah, that's.
I mean, it's cool.
Everything I ever wanted to do. I have a fantasy now.
Well,
where I can break a pumpkin.
As dumb, I mean, really, when you hear about it, because Plants vs. Zombies was fun. I don't know if you played. Did you play the game?
Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck yeah! I played the shit out of that.
I did too. I played the living shit out of that. Like, I think I beat it like 3 times. It's really bad. I didn't have internet, so I was like, Plants vs. Zombies. But if you taking that game out of the equation, if you pitch the idea, like, I want to make a third-person shooter that plants are fighting zombies, you'd be like, get the fuck out of the room. It's like that stupid meme where he gets kicked out of the goddamn office. It's
with the guy still the pug and everyone.
Yeah.
It's
just, it's such a stupid concept, but I don't know how to explain it. It's crazy fun. It's a great game. Like, I have more fun playing that game than I ever did with Call of Duty, which I know there's gonna be so many people disagree with that, but I did. And
I personally agree with you on that.
I'm 25 years old, and it's clearly geared towards younger people, but shit, dude, it's fun as hell.
Give me giant robots, and then now we're talking.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
We got robots and jetpacks, and all we need is
that.
boobies, and we got ourselves a video game. All right.
You're talking about Infamous? No, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And is that coming out pretty soon?
Well, dude, Last of Us has been out forever.
I mean, aren't they like talking about like making another one or something?
There's been like this. Naughty Dog is in like this weird thing where they have to be in the news every day, because they fired or forced out the person who wrote and directed and created a lot of the Uncharted games.
Yeah.
And then that was in the news forever. IGN got all
Oh, yeah.
that.
Did we talk about that last podcast, actually, if I recall correctly?
Not the last podcast. We talked about it at work, which is easy to confuse from
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. This
podcast.
is work, but our real life work, where we actually
I don't wanna
work
talk
and
about
that
that.
pays us. Yeah, let's... I'm going to... Actually, I have to drink after I mention that.
Edit that out. This game we can't edit. It's video. It's fucking... We're moving up!
You're fucking getting classy up in this bitch.
Whoa, we're professionals.
Bow ties. Lots of them. But they were in the news forever for that, and then they said they're going to make this Last of Us movie. So that's probably what you're thinking of, because there was all this talk about Last of Us movie and how the guys who made the games are going to write it, and it's going to be like the first great
That sounds really
video game movie, which we've heard before.
And
every single time they make a video game movie.
I mean, they were supposed to make a World of Warcraft movie. I think that was announced like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they're actually making it now.
Are they?
Yeah, they cast a bunch of people.
No shit.
I think Colin Farrell's in it, and
come on,
the guy who played Tony Stark's dad in the Captain America movies in it. So a bunch of other fucking people. I don't remember that guy's name.
I mean, I haven't played WoW in fucking 2.5 years, but I really want to see that, and I hope if it's like the Warcraft games. I know you never have you played Warcraft, any of that?
I played Warcraft 2 and a little bit of Warcraft 3, and then I lost interest. But yeah,
they're great. The story, this coming from somebody that doesn't like storylines. That storyline is amazing, and I really hope they do it from that. You know, they like make that storyline. That'd be so cool.
Did you ever see that Portal fan movie that got made? I think it was called No Escape.
I recall seeing something on YouTube, but I don't think I've seen that, no.
The guy who made that is directing the Warcraft movie. That fan movie got him the job to do the Warcraft movie.
I'm going to have to check that out. That sounds really cool.
That is like the power of the internet times 1,000.
Oh, was it?
That is so cool.
Did he release it on like YouTube? Or?
Yeah, I just fucking threw it on YouTube. Like, hey, by the way, I'm fucking talented. Boom.
There's
like
so many people that have gotten famous off YouTube, and soon to be us.
But I think it's cool that a dude who's talented can just go, I'm gonna fucking make some shit,
Absolutely.
put it on the internet, and then
No, absolutely. And
that's my resume right there.
I'm not gonna point out any people or to call people out, but there's a lot of people that get famous from YouTube that are just right place, right time. And I love it when someone really talented gets a shot like that, because there are a lot of people like you remember. Do you ever heard of Bo Burnham?
Yeah, he
Comedian?
yeah, I've seen his
Dude,
stuff. It's pretty
he's
funny. Yeah,
funny as hell. Like he's really great. He's funny. It's not for everyone, but he's really original in his delivery.
he has a lot of personality. Yeah,
He almost has like that Mitch Hedberg, except not as dry. I don't know. And he became famous on YouTube. And like
Yeah.
when I remember was going through, like I was like, haven't heard him forever, because I remember watching him on YouTube and he was like in his room playing piano. And we are going through Netflix and I saw Bo Burnham. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's so cool. Like, and that's the day and age. I mean, you couldn't do that, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. It's pretty cool. It really is.
Well, didn't the guy who played Taco on The League do the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made a couple of, probably made more than a couple, but I remember seeing like 2 videos from him, and it's just so stupid. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's a comedian or what, but they're pretty funny. But yeah, then I see him on The League, and I'm like, holy shit, like that's crazy.
Well, and internet, feel free to correct me if I'm getting my facts mixed up, and I'll feel free not to care. But I believe the guy who directed that last Wolverine movie got the job because he made a fan Wolverine movie.
Really?
Yes, because Darren Aronofsky was supposed to make the next Wolverine movie, and I was so excited for that. Because you know who Darren Aronofsky is?
No idea.
He's the guy who made Pi and Requiem for a Dream.
Oh,
and Black
yeah,
Swan
of course.
That
are
incredibly
great.
awesome-looking Noah movie. But
God.
yeah.
Oh, God.
To our viewers, I was in a bar with Cody when the trailer for Noah came on TV, and he had no idea what the hell it was. I'm like, no, that's a Noah's Ark movie. And he's like, yeah, whatever, fucking. They're making a Noah's Ark movie, and he thought for sure I was fucking with them. But no, they're...
So, Xbox One, I'm still mad at it.
Games. Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
It's got 2 games that are exclusive. Plants vs. Zombies, that's an exclusive, right?
It's beaten PS4 if it's got 2 games.
Yeah, but
I don't know that for sure.
well, no, it's got more than that, but it also has Peggle too, which is an amazing game.
Oh shit! That's
Hey.
a system seller right there.
Watch your damn
Thank God, we have this next generation of graphical powerhouse, so we can play Peggle, and we can play Plants vs Zombies.
Hey, by the
Zoo Tycoon.
I would say it's a fun game. Shut your goddamn mouth. No, I like how. I would say those are probably the 3 biggest games. Which is kind of, well, I guess Rise was really big, but I never played that.
No, it wasn't. It was big for a small install base.
Yeah. But out of those 3, 2 of them are from PopCap.
PopCap,
good
dude,
for
PopCap.
them.
PopCap makes good games.
They make
They
fun
get a
games.
lot of shit,
They make
but
fun games, and
they
I'm
make
not obviously 2 of my favorite games on Xbox One are from PopCap. But anyways, I digress. What is coming out on PlayStation 4? What is out exclusively on PlayStation 4?
There was that Killzone game. I've never been.
Was that PlayStation 4? I thought that was PlayStation 3.
No, well, there was 3.
Or was
of
it
them.
re-released?
No, the newest one, that Shadowfall one, was a PS4 game.
Okay.
And because I'm a normal human being who has bills, I haven't bought a PS4 yet. I haven't played it. I heard it was good. The one that I'm interested in is the Infamous game comes out this Friday. And because you missed out in the last generation of PlayStation, Infamous was a fucking great series.
Yeah.
Like, no game has ever captured what it feels like to be a superhero more than Infamous games. You feel insanely powerful.
Well,
you feel like you can go and do anything. You can kick anyone's ass. You can literally. And the moral choice system I don't really like in games, but I thought Infamous did it all right because you feel so powerful that you. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, Mass Effect did it in a very different way. It was a very much of a tiered thing where
it was
making B decision led to A, and B decision led to C, and D's decision led to Q and X decision. But
carry the 4.
Carry the 4, math and 7. But Infamous was very much a black and white choice. It was, I have all this power now. Let the world suffer the consequences of my choices, sort of thing. If you haven't played it, you're missing out. because you
Is
have open
is it on
world.
PC or
No, PlayStation, man. Sucker Punch is a studio owned by PlayStation, I believe. Yeah. So So I'm really excited to see what the next gen evolution of that is.
Yeah.
And I deliberately went on media blackout for it because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know how much I hate how marketing can spoil games and movies and everything else. So
right.
everything I have seen, some stuff. Everything I have seen looks super exciting. The amount of emotion they can get in people's faces now with this next generation is retarded. Like, skin has real legitimate texture. Like, it looks like real human skin. Oh, second burp with the video. Real, like, pock marks and pores and, like, I think this is really the first game that shows what the technology of this next generation is going to be like.
That's cool.
And the fact is that we're just at the beginning of this generation where developers still haven't really maxed out these machines.
Oh, it's going to be, I mean...
It's going to be insane.
It's going to be
photorealistic.
It's going to be a long time. I mean, like, for example, I hate to mention Dark Souls again, but the graphics are really, really, really good. Like, it looks like it should be on Xbox One, but then you have to remember, wait a second, this is a 360 game. So I think they were just maxing out, and I'm sure the same thing with PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3. It took them all, like, 5 years to even get close to maxing out what they currently had. So it's going to be forever. It's just going to continuously getting better and better and better and better, graphic-wise.
And for people who haven't caught on yet, I'm very much in the PlayStation camp, and, Cody's more in the Xbox camp. It's not because we hate it's not because we hate each other. It's just that's the system that we chose to buy. But if you go to the PlayStation side and you look at what the first Uncharted game was visually, and how when it first came out, like, oh my god, this is the best looking thing ever. Just a year ago we were playing fucking PS2 where everything has sharp corners and people's arms are perfect squares,
octagons.
PlayStation 2, all the arms, heads, and legs look like they were extruded out of those Play-Doh things. Where you push down on it and it shoots this like tube of square Play-Doh out. Like that's what it looks like. They assembled people out of the last generation, and we jump from that to the first Uncharted game, and our minds are exploding. But then fast forward to Uncharted 3, it's a light years of difference visually. So at the end of PS4, like if you look at footage of the next Infamous game, it's hard to imagine graphics look any better than that.
Yeah.
So in what generations have been getting progressively longer, last generation was like 7 years, so 10 years from now when this generation's ending, what are games going to look like?
It's going to look better than real life.
Yeah, it's like, fuck. Like, my friends are ugly.
I think after... I mean, we're way too early to even talk about this, but
That's exciting, though, isn't it? Like,
it is.
Like,
it's
thinking
cool.
of the future, it's exciting.
But, I mean, the future, it can't be graphics. It can't.
It's going to be
graphics.
part of the future. I agree, people get stiffies over graphics to a ridiculous extent. But people have been saying that since we moved to 3 dimensions.
You can only go so far with graphics until, I mean, when it comes to realism, then you got to take it another way. That's why the Wii was so successful, because they didn't go I mean, granted the graphics were decent, but they didn't go for the graphics. They went
shit. They were PS2 style graphics on the Wii.
Hey,
it was fucking
Wii
garbage.
was fun as hell though.
It was fun.
And the reason why it was fun because they tried something completely new, and that's what after these consoles way down the road, I think they're gonna have to start going a way different direction, like straight up like being in the game, not controlling a dude that's in the game. I mean, like being like holograms, like crazy shit. Like I want to be able to drive my Xbox 2 to the goddamn mall. That's what I want to do. Make it happen, science.
The X Cycle box.
Yeah, I just spiked my audio like crazy there, but you get the point. I want you all to feel what I'm saying.
Well, I think at some point people are going to realize that games that go for realistic graphics are always going to age horribly.
Yeah.
Every game that's tried to be realistic has aged poorly.
Yeah,
but like, will Borderlands ever age?
No.
It won't. It will
won't.
always look as awesome as it
Yeah.
did the first time you played it because it championed
Such
art direction over realism.
I love that
So
game.
it will always be beautiful.
It will.
Wind
It was
Waker
almost-
will always be beautiful.
It was
That-
like playing a graphic novel. Like it was just so. It was awesome. I mean I mean what you were telling me it originally didn't start off with those graphics, right? Was it you telling me that, or was it somebody
yeah,
else?
no, that was I remember getting a Game Informer article where they first revealed Borderlands. And it was like it looked like Fallout 3, like it was super gritty and like
Yeah.
real looking, and there was like this trailer they released where this woman with a badass scar on her face was like narrating and looking at the camera and stuff. And then Fallout 3 came out and Gearbox is like,
What do we do?
yeah, well, we already kind of got beat to the punch.
Right.
Let's go back to the drawing board. And they made something with personality, something that was different. And they paid attention to the industry. And they took a risk doing something different, and it paid off. And I feel like a lot of games, like a lot of developers, could have learned from that.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
they took a big risk, but I mean, I think it paid off. Like, I mean, that whole series. I mean, both of them are really fun, and they look great. You know, they
Yeah.
were great games. And from my perspective, I thought it was better than Fallout. Again, I'm not the biggest Fallout fan though, but I mean,
You're incorrect, but that's all right. I still
what would you like? What game do you like better out of the two?
Oh, I like Fallout 3 way better than
Really?
Borderlands games. Yeah, I mean Borderlands for me is like eating a really delicious bowl of buttered popcorn. Like it's good and you're enjoying it and it's good, and when it's over you're like, oh man, I'm really glad I ate that bowl of buttered popcorn. I feel a little sick in my stomach. No big deal. Probably gonna have diarrhea and I have this thing in my tooth, but don't worry about it.
Why?
When
Why do you say that? Like, is it because of the story or the ending? My God! Spoiler alert!
Well, no, it was a good game, but it was delicious but lacking in substance. And for
Okay, let
me-
me ask this before you
Yeah.
play. Did you
Yeah.
play it alone?
No, I played it with other people.
Okay, well, okay. I
Yeah.
understand because it was intended to play with a group, and
Oh
I
yeah,
think
it was, and
that
that
changes
was
it a lot.
that was part of the like finger licking deliciousness of it.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with a big bowl of popcorn. Oh, knocked my beer over. No problem. But Fallout for me was like eating a big piece of steak and garlic mashed potatoes. Like it was just so satisfying on every level to me. And when I finished it, I'm just like, oh man.
You're
was
just making
awesome.
me want to eat the game now. Like, like I don't want to play it. I just want to like eat the case.
Eat the ca- Ooh.
I don't know. I didn't.
That
I
would
didn't-
be difficult to pass, I would think.
I don't know. I just. It was good. I just couldn't get into it. Like I wanted to. I loved Oblivion. Skyrim was pretty good. Then I found Dark Souls, but Oblivion was great, and I wanted to like it because it was Oblivion, but it wasn't.
Oblivion with guns.
Yeah, and I played it. I mean, I
Nuclear
played
Fallout.
it. I literally, I bought Fallout 3 from GameStop used. I played it
Yeah.
when it was later. I played it probably about a year ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I got probably 3 or 4 hours into it. I'm like, I can't do it. I sold it back to GameStop.
Yes.
I bought it like 2 months later to try it again, and I got like 6 hours in, and I couldn't play it. Like you don't understand. I'm not like, fuck that game. I don't want to play it. Like I wanted to like it, and I tried to like it. I mean, I bought it twice for Christ's sake, and I couldn't do it. I don't know what it is. You're walking, and you're walking.
It's walking.
It's
and
walking
there's
simulator.
Dust and
It's-
there's gray and brown.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
don't know.
I
I
get
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I feel like in the modern like internet culture, there's a lot of pressure to like certain games.
I think that's
Like-
what it was. I
Yeah.
felt pressure to like it because it's a really well liked game, and I just
Well, I feel the same way about every Grand Theft Auto game.
they're
Like I play Grand Theft Auto. I play Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm like, I'm having fun till hour 5, and I realize that this is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm just like, and then I put it down. 5 months later, I'm like, well, I haven't played that in 5 months.
right.
Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out, And the trailers come out, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good, that looks good. And it fucking fooled me again. And I bought Grand Theft Auto 5, and I played 4 or 5 hours of it and got into it. And then 5 months later, I looked down, and oh shit, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5 in 5 months. Like, it tricks me every fucking time.
Did you play online?
And I did.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me. You didn't like Fallout 3. Like, that just kind of shows
Fair argument.
What gaming has become. So many different people have come in. Some people have different tastes and blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah. I love Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, the online...
Why did I love Fallout 3? So, and...
Well, you're wrong.
No, it's very clear. Internet, hashtag Cody's wrong. Please go ahead and support me, because I'm right.
You know, by the way,
Yeah.
hashtag wrap it up. We're coming on the mark we need to start wrapping
I
up.
think we're at 45 is usually where we end it. So
Yep.
it's time to go. So I want to thank everyone again for enjoying another amazing episode of Thinking and Drinking, this time with just me and Cody, a little more intimate, a little more personal. I want to go ahead and encourage everyone to follow us on Twitter. Cody, go with your Twitter handle.
Well, my Twitter. It's closest barbecue.
And I am at Wisco Coonsey, WISCOKUNZI, and go with your YouTube channel, man.
I'll link it in here. I'm not going to say it over here.
It's
Everything will
exactly
be.
the same as Twitter.
It is. It's YouTube / I'll link it right here. Don't worry about it. It's really long, but it's the only one fucking available. I'm at Closest Barbecue. Everything's Closest Barbecue. Why is it Closest Barbecue? Because why would you want to go to a barbecue that's farther away? You stay
Exactly.
classy. That's my
Dope.
best sign off I've ever had.
And we still have more episode. And my YouTube channel is Video Game Time Machine. And as always, we thank all of you for coming back to more Thinking and Drinking. And as always, we tell you to think and drink responsibly.
See y'all.